think we started. I'm playing with my Stream Deck.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot I need to put my headphones on. I suppose I could pipe it out of the speakers very quietly. Speaking very quiet tonight. It's very late at night. I don't want to wake anybody up. I don't want to let any of the bed bugs bite at all. Bed bugs. Hi, everybody. I'm very happy to. Pardon me, my nose is itchy. Very happy to see that I was streaming on. This is going to be an ASMR thing or something. I promise that's not intentional. Excuse me, let me turn my volume down a little bit. I will try to make my voice somewhat appealing so it's not terrible to listen to me whispering. Hi, everybody. As I was saying just a moment ago, I was getting the stream set up and I thought caffeine was broken. But apparently I've been streaming on there like constantly. It's been working this whole time. One of the few that have. So thumbs up to caffeine. To my caffeine crew out there. Gotta say, hey, a shout out to the caffeine clan. You guys are great. In fact, I'm gonna make you guys my primary audience. Because those... I don't know, what else am I doing? I'm doing that. I'm doing Twitch. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I think Facebook, yes. Catch them if you can. Oh, there's a fifth one. I can't remember what. I'm still trying to get it all to work. Which side is too bright? This side's too bright. This side's too bright. Needs to be a little bit brighter. I'm not sure. Fucking not sure. Okay. I like that okay sound effect, but you know which one I like the most?
Rocket launcher.
That is correct.
Rocket launcher.
I could do this all day. I'm just pushing buttons. This is a good one, too. This is a classic. Stay tuned for more of that. Oh, great. I've got a good crowd. My tongue is like yellow because I just ate some mango haichu. And then that mixed with some of my lipstick, which is red. And my mouth looks brown, and I should really brush my teeth, but it's late and I'm not going to. So you can just freaking deal with it and maybe don't look directly at my mouth. What are we doing tonight, folks? Well, I'm firing up Clip Studio. Let's look at Clip Studio. We're looking at the settings that we want for our upcoming animation file. Animation 2. We're going to call this Animation 2. We're going to call this, I don't know, man. Punch in numbers. I assume that I just leave that at 1? I don't know. Whoop. Here we go. We are currently looking at tipsclipstudio.com in English, US/articles/2047. Pull it up on your cellular phones. So what we saw earlier is that the frame, you establish its output size. You probably want this to be a normal resolution, like 1920 by 1080. And this is what we call in the comic book industry the bleed. This is the parts that, depending on what device you're viewing it on, parts of it may get cropped out. Like your iPhone doesn't have the same dimensions always as television or something. Barefoot shoes. I wore them all day today, and I think I'm in love with them. My thighs hurt a little bit because they don't have the heel A YouTube channel, a YouTuber pointed this out, and I can't remember his name. I apologize. But with regular shoes, you get like a big, like 10-degree heel or something. But with these, the heel is actually, it's just like that thick. It's a steady thickness. So your foot isn't lifted up like this artificially. It's just down like this. And I guess when you run, it's supposed to be like you kind of like, I don't know, like a gazelle. Like your heel never really is supposed to impact. At least that's what they said. I don't freaking know, but it was comfortable as all heck, man. Oh, them things all day. I walked on the rocks. You could feel the rocks like under your feet, but you never felt like off balance. It felt like you actually had more kind of gripping potential. Um, just really great. And I will not have anybody tell me what I can put on my feet because it's a freaking free country. And I am as God made me. And I do believe that footwear is one of those things that we have devised as a civilization in a really weird way. It's weird. Who was it? There was a woman that was going on a rant, a full on rant about how back in like olden days, people rode horses and it was a sign of wealth and status because horses were expensive and it was easy to put like your foot into a stirrup if it's pointy. So if people had pointy shoes, it meant that they had money because they had a horse. And so like everybody wanted pointy shoes. And still, pointy shoes look like dress shoes, women's dress shoes, men's dress shoes. Oftentimes very pointy. Whereas you don't get too many, well, I don't want to say you don't get too many pointy flip flops, but I guess you do. You get it all up and down nowadays. You get it all. All right. Now it just says, this is where I left off. It says the standard size will change according to the medium you want to post to: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, or other web services. The following 3 standard sizes are already registered in preset. Now, does that tell me which one is which? Okay, it doesn't. But I'll do the 1920 by 1080 because I want a bigger, better, bolder, blinker. Paper. Ignore my clown face. My makeup. I was having makeup problems tonight. Let's check our playback timing. Oh, I need to pull up our chat. Caffeine. What's up, caffeine? What's up, caffeine? Read and reply to messages from multiple faces. Hey, everybody. Uh-oh, it looks like that one's going to Twitch. It went out to YouTube. And I don't know why it didn't go to the other places. Why didn't it hit caffeine? Let's check our destinations. Uh-oh. Looks like I am streaming to caffeine. So which one is this? Where am I going to? I'm going to put you on hold for a second while I look at some streaming things. Please stand by. Okay, standing by. Oh, I got a tiny little window up there. I got to hide that. Bye-bye. Okay. Oops, that's a picture of me in a bikini. Don't look at that. Clip Studio, that's not it. Yes, this is what I need. Wait, it says streaming now. Oh, this is the one. Remove channel is my only option. Who is that to? This view on YouTube. Did I suddenly do the YouTube one twice? Whatever, I'll turn it off and get to the bottom of that later. That's really strange. I'd like to get all 5 streams going. I am paying for Restream to put 5 of these out. So in case we haven't met, and in case there is actually somebody watching, My name is Madeline Mays. I came out as transgender 2 years ago. Um, really 1 year ago. Like, really, I started being very open about it like a year ago. And at that point began putting that in front of all my interactions. Like, I began presenting as a female. And it's been a long time. Now I'm probably getting copyright strikes if I keep singing that. Um, but it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge for everybody, and I love my family, and um, some of them are still talking to me. My grandma's still talking to me, but basically, I got rid of my career. Couldn't stand my career, so I got a survival job, and then um, another sort of what I wanted to be a permanent job, and it turned out not to be. So now here I am, and I'm giving the art thing another go. If you like supporting the arts, now's your chance. Hop on Patreon. You could be our first Patreon subscriber. I don't think I have any. Truth be told, though, the Patreon at this point is still pretty bare bones. I'm still working with. Oh, shoot. Hi, I'm the world's worst streamer, remember? I forgot to put the camera on me. Oh, silly. Um, oh my god, I'm so bad at this. So, um, there I am. I'm on TV now. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm a smart, intelligent woman. I love my life. Let's hop in Clip Studio Paint and just start painting something. Oh god damn it. I have ADHD by the way. Um I get sidetracked very, very easily. Um it's very hard. I currently I do not have medical insurance. Let's see what we got here. 1920 by 1080. Yes, yes, yes. Resolution 192. Does that mean something? What do I need to do with the resolution? Oh, let's just leave it default. Overflow frame. That I can change, but I'll just leave it as it is because I respect a good overflow frame. Take it to the bleed. 2D cameras can be adjusted to change what is shown in the output frame. Blank space. Sets the blank space of outflow frames. If outflow frame is turned off, the blank space will be created in the output frame. If overflow frame is turned off, the blank space will be created in the output frame. So I want to leave overflow frame off. Oh, I need overflow frame on, right? No, I want to say off. Overflow frame is an option used when adding camera movement. Ignore this if you aren't planning to use camera movement. I 100% am using camera movement. By setting an output size that is larger than your canvas, you can draw outside of the export area. That's how you get a good like pull out. That'd be cool. That could be cool. It'd be interesting to tell a story that just slowly goes down and you watch the character like almost going up, like roll it like a. That'd be interesting. Sorry, I'm just getting weird, like editing ideas. That's great. So I definitely want an overflow frame. I definitely want it to be kind of substantial because I'm going to use a lot of that zoom ins and zoom outs. And I want the resolution. I want it to be a high quality in both instances. I don't want when you zoom in and you're like going straight into the ink blots. That'll give me control over the level of detail. That's good. That's great. I love it. That's fantastic. That's awesome. I zoom in just on the parts that I want. I don't need really anything in the frame that I'm not gonna like focus on. Oh, this is good. I feel healthy. It feels good to not be depressed for a change. My tummy feels rumbly, which means I haven't been stuffing it with food today, just out of sheer nervousness and anxiety. I started vaping again recently, and I'm going to stop that tomorrow. I don't need that in my life. And it sets a bad example. I like to set a good example. I don't want to do the 17 plus stream if I don't have to. But I feel like I should if I'm going to vape at all. Like, have it anywhere near there, it should be like a 21 over. I would prefer if nobody actually at all watched me in any capacity if I was smoking. Oh, but see, now that I got this set up, I just say like, hey, well, you know what? Let's check out this article. And then we cut to the article, and that's when I sneak one in. Welcome back. Okay. Settings that determine the smoothness and length of animation. Here's where I happen to know some things. I am a trained artist. I majored in art education. So let's put that to the test. Settings that determine the smoothness and length of animation. Timeline allows you to set the smoothness and playback time of the animation. Let's go into each setting. Note, there is an upper limit to the number of frames that can be used in debut and pro versions. For details, please read the following. Frame number limit for pro and debut versions. Frame rate, FPS, frames per second. The frame rate is the number of frames, i.e. still images, shown per second. The default 30 FPS will display 30 frames per second. I've already established we don't want that. We're going to do traditional 24 frame per second animation just to give us a closer look to traditional animation. I just would love to be able to pull off something like that. That would be so neat. Some Tom and Jerry-esque shenanigans. The frame rate is the blah, 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 blah. We already did that. The higher the frame rate, the more frames you can show per second, and the smoother the animation. Example, smoothness comparison due to different frame rates. 5 FPS, 10 FPS, 30 FPS. Oh, let's watch the video. Oh, this one's at 5 frames per second. This one's at 10 frames per second. And this one's at 30 frames per second. So mine will be closer to this. Playback time. Playback time allows you to set the length of your animation. By default, this is displayed as the number of frames, with frame rate determining the actual playback time. By setting the same value for playback time as the frame rate, the animation will be 1 second long. Okay. Playback time. Oh boy, here we go. You'll see a neat trick. Windows key, the left arrow button, and then I'll take something and shove it onto the left half of the screen. And that frees up your right half of the screen. You hold Windows key and right, and there, oopsie daisy. There we are, splitting the screen. Splitting screen. I chop you in half, baby. Please don't scream. I'm gonna chop my screen. I'm gonna split them pixels. Make them green. Make them, make them clean. Gonna paint those pixels, make them clean. Okay, so frame rate 24, playback time. So 1 is 1 second. Let's just do 1, I guess. What is all this? Playback time allows you to set the length of your animation. By default, this is displayed as the number of frames, with frame rate determining the actual playback time. Okay, yeah, there's 24 frames. By setting the same value for playback time as the frame rate, the animation will be 1 second long. Playback time. Okay, and it will take 24 frames to play back. I could probably do something weird with that. Different ways of showing playback time. Frame number starting from 1, frame number starting from 0. In video editing software, frames are usually numbered from 0 as they start from second 0 on the timeline. Oh, I'm so confused by this. However, in the Japanese animation industry, frames are usually numbered from 1. That seems to frickin' make some sense. Let's do that. Choose whichever numbering method you prefer for your file. Clip Studio Paint course usually uses frame number 1 start as per the initial setting. Okay, let's do that. Frame number from 1. Okay, here it is, right over here. I hate wearing lipstick because then I can't nervously bite my finger without it looking like I'm, I don't know, just like a vampire or bleeding or something. That's lipstick. I was chewing my finger off. Oops. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so let's do frame number from 1, as is the Japanese animation standard. Seconds in frame shows the playback time in seconds. If you want to add frames after the specified number of seconds, set the number of frames you want to add. Show the playback time in seconds. Okay, seconds plus frame. Where is that? Down here? It's in timeline. Whoa, what was that? Oh, here we go. 24 FPS, yeah. Image interpolation. Nearest neighbor. I don't like nearest neighbor. Clear edges. Or smooth edges. I think clear edges. Template. Shot template. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, holy crud. Ah, this is amazing. Oh, this is incredible. This is so neat. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Oh boy. This is so cool. These are for comic books. I'm not going to be making a comic book. Wow, this is going to be fun. Hmm. Hmm. One frame. Okay. What's cell template? What is this? Ooh. Search for materials on open assets. Okay, so what am I looking for here? Ooh. Oh, that costs gold. I want to try to get by free because the whole point of this is to do like a business and make money and support myself and my grandmama and my mother, who are both elderly and often sick. I'm not joking. Um, I need a good cross hatching. I thought I downloaded a cross hatching thing the other night. I found a guy like on YouTube that's like, check out my brushes. And I'm like, yeah. And I downloaded them and I don't remember that. I don't remember where they're at. No, I don't need to do that. G pen for anime painting. Anime color set. Border animation coding. It's border of watercolor wind, but it's not border of watercolor. Anime brushes. Because it is not watercolor, it is painted like a border of watercolor. It is not uneven. Set shadow 1 and shadow 2 in the color and subcolor of the depiction. Please apply the tricks. Please apply the trick is to make the color of the portrait a darker shade color. Oh boy. Oh, okay, it looks like it's just drawing a. I like that. That sounds great. I could use that. That's a style I use a lot. Downloads will start automatically on devices with Clip Studio installed. You can download materials for where are downloaded materials saved? Because I think I downloaded something earlier and I want to friggin' see it. Why don't you Sit tight while I take a peek in my account. Aha. There we go. There it is. Downloaded. I'm not seeing any. Oh, wait. I gotta take that off. That is a problem. I'm not seeing any. I've downloaded stuff. Additional materials? Nope. Ugh. Open the material management screen by clicking on the gear symbol in the upper right corner. Select download in the save folder for materials dialog and tap OK. The downloaded material is displayed. I don't like this gray. Oh, check out now. Here we go. Okay, I don't like this. All right, hold on one more minute. Okay, we're going to use the Happy Painting brush. Oh, that looks really good. It says it is a brush that I usually use for color painting. I use it in combination with a blur roughly with the skin and clothes. Wow. Cool, man. There we go. Great. Here's Hiro Pico. Sound effect marker. Cool. Oh, awesome. This is great. I really got to go to the bathroom. Please sit tight. stripes. Double stripes. Do one stripe. Wasn't it? Double stripe brush. Off the uniform is recommended in case you want to shorter the line. Drinking a little diet Coke. What I'm pouring in your mouth. Drinking a little diet Coke. Tickle my nose. Wiggle toe. Wearing them barefoot shoes. So I feel old. I feel old. Wasn't it double stripe brush? But often uniforms is recommended in case you want to shorter the line. Double stripe brush. Double stripe brush. Wasn't it what? Often uniforms. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do this. The sweats are fine.
Okay. Rocket launcher.
Rocket Launcher. That's from a game. Who can name that game? That is from a classic arcade series shoot 'em up put out on the Neo Geo by Treasure? That's not Treasure. Who did it? Who did this game?
Rocket launcher.
You want to play this game? We could play this game. I have this game. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're going to follow my lead here. I'm going to tell you everything you know about this game. And why it's amazing. And why you shouldn't call it a dumb game. My controller is smashed to the floor. I'm going old school, baby. I'm going to bed. I'm even 15 too. It ain't working. Players just went sleeping. This thing, I get the left joystick just for the butt. Yeah, but I'm used to it. That's like a handful of times. I think I played The Witcher 3 for part of it. It was nice, but I thought it was like the best week I've ever had. I don't know, I spent $70 for $130. $800. Heck, if they can't even make it like work. I'm gonna stop chewing my finger off. All right, here we go. You put that. All right. We're not in any kind of hurry tonight. We're just. I accomplished so many tasks. I'm supposed to be playing League of Legends. Today's my day off. I told myself to like take 5 because it's stressful business. I'm still working. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. But I'm really having fun. I'm getting a lot done. League of Legends, get work done. League of Legends, get work done. Okay, let's just play League of Legends. That's what I signed up for. Well, what does the other one say? The other one says, "Oh, Wolverine and Deadpool." Dude, I forgot I was gonna talk about Wolverine and Deadpool. Okay, I would like to sit down and talk to everybody about the trailers that I've seen. They've been amazing. They've been awesome. I swear to God, I think I'm dreaming about it at night. That'll be one of my reality checks. If I see Wolverine and Deadpool, I need to do a reality check to see if I'm lucid dreaming. That movie looks so awesome, but I just begun seeing newspaper articles. I think it's going to be a big hit. I think the movie's going to be great. Um, but there are so many spoilers on the Microsoft Windows like homepage. I have to change it. I saw one just a minute ago that was like Wolverine, full Wolverine costume reveal or something. So I guess I can confirm, at least on some statues, that Wolverine will apparently have his full costume, whatever that may be. Or whatever speculation continues. But there was just an image like going on there of like a statue of a toy or something, and it was half blocked by windows and other pop-ups. But I could see enough to just be like, oh, okay, don't. It's not something I want to look at, right? That's something I want to be in the dark on. I think it's going to be great. I think just the fact that they're willing to um, go there, like they're going so close to the comic book source, the feel of it and the joy of it that I don't think they're gonna fail. I don't think you can. I think they're making a very good product, and people are working very hard on that. And there's some seriously talented people, and I know Wolverine as a character means a lot to so many people. Growing up, Wolverine is great. And Hugh Jackman did such an amazing job portraying him, even in some of the worst movies. His performance is killer. No pun intended, Bob. He's even throwing out bubs now. He's making it work. Listen, Bob. He's good at it. He's good. The one thing I didn't really care for was, and I think it may be a result of bad editing or something. Well, actually, two things. One of them I forgive, and the other one I forgive as well. One is the scene where it says, "Look, lady, I'm not interested." I don't like the delivery of that particularly well, and I'll pull that video up in just a moment. We can go over that. And then it would have been nice. I didn't know what I was talking about tonight. I knew I wanted to talk about Wolverine and Deadpool. I didn't have any of the trailers pulled up because ultimately I wanted to avoid spoilers. I think I'm gonna do blackout. This last trailer is all I'm getting. I'm closed curtains until that movie opens up. It's gonna be awesome. But I can tell you everything that I've discovered from watching the trailers a million times. We can talk about that tonight. And I'll point out the things I found from other sources that I had missed that other people pointed out as well. And I will credit them. So who knows? Maybe this will be an exhaustive list of Easter eggs from these TV spots. TV spots. The Best Friends Day hashtag Best Friends Day release was amazing. The other one that I had weird concerns with, other than commercial. Like, it didn't work with Austin Powers. That was embarrassing. Austin Powers, when Austin Powers 2, The Spy Who Shagged Me, came out, it was 1999. I know this because it was the day we graduated. We went and saw Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. So I guess I could tell you what day of the year that was. I believe it was the first day it was out, or maybe the first week or something. But we went and saw that movie. And leading up to it, they had all these little promotional commercials of Austin Powers just really being funny and hilarious. And he was all the rage at the time, and everybody thought he was the best, and everybody was doing their Austin Powers impressions. And it never got old. And nobody ever about lost their mind from being sick of hearing it. I will spare you my Austin Powers impressions. It's only okay if your name is Michael Scott. And the only one that's allowed to do an Austin Powers impression. Just keep talking. That's the rule. That's the name of the game right here. It's just keep talking. So the other thing was the Heineken commercial. So I get in the theater and it's great. I'm hanging out with my friend. Best day of my life. Probably. It was one of the best. Or maybe we saw Christmas Break. We saw Tomorrow Never Dies. That was awesome. I love that movie. People hate that movie. That movie's great. That movie's amazing. I would die on that hill for that movie. Tomorrow Never Dies is one of my favorite films in the world. Are you kidding? Just because of who I saw it with, and what a fantastic time we had, and all the memories that it contained, and just how cheesy and stupid and amazing the movie is. Oh my God, Michelle Yeoh, she's amazing. Pierce Brosnan's never been Brosnier. The special effects, I don't even want to say special effects, the stunt work, the practical special effects are amazing. This helicopter is like ridiculously chopping down at them as they slide under it. It was amazing. The movie's incredible. And with James Bond, like, but you go into it just saying, okay, I turn my brain off. I am stupid. Entertain me. And that's it. You just pretend to be a dumb idiot for 2 hours. And it's really great. I don't always want to be treated like a dumb idiot, but sometimes I do want to be treated like a dumb idiot. And when I do, Austin Powers movies are also a good place to go for that. So this Austin Powers movie comes out, and wouldn't you know it, they use the exact same joke that was in the TV show. And it was kind of like it was cringeworthy, and like because you'd already seen the commercial like 30 times before you go see this movie. It's everywhere. Oh, hands off my hiney, baby. I put that in the movie. Why? The answer, of course, is money. They wanted it in the movie. Ugh. Heineken wanted to be featured in the movie. And it was probably a shot they had left over from the commercial or something. Spliced it in. I don't know. I'd love to hear the story of that. Like, who thought that joke could like sustain? It just be a vehicle for an Austin Powers and Heineken movie drink tie-in. Whoops. And the reason, so that's why I forgive this Heineken ad, is because, see, I'm coming back to it. I'll come back eventually. That's the reason why I forgive this Heineken ad, is because I know there's absolutely no way they're going to use that in the movie. Therefore, it can't taint it. And Deadpool is known for his fourth wall breaks, so him just showing up in a Heineken commercial and changing the laws of reality.
he even fix the adamantium to what make the cans? Where's the beer come from? Did he? If the can is his bone, it would be his right? Wolverine's blood Heineken? Maybe his healing factor takes all that whiskey he drinks and then dilutes it into something that's about as alcoholic as Heineken. So he's always got kind of this low level buzz that he can never shake. So he's always kind of grumpy and hungover. I read a good Spider Man comic the other day. There's Spider Man and Wolverine get together for the holidays. Wolverine asks Spider Man to show up and help him out with something. And Spider Man's like, okay, man, I'm here. What are you doing? They just have a seat. And, sitting in this bar with Spider Man. It's from a rough bar. And somebody starts getting in a fight with Wolverine. And I won't spoil it, but this is kind of a heartwarming thing where it shows a lot of character, like, kind of who Peter Parker is, and also who Wolverine is. More importantly, who Wolverine is. And it's that conscious, it's that struggle for absolution and peace. What's messing with him? Man, Wolverine getting gassed like nobody's business. Like, just tell me what is real. Seriously, even Professor X messing around in his head and stuff. Like, I'm sure that helps keep him. Same time, it's like, is that it doesn't seem healthy. Like, when I left Wolverine in the comics, he was like breaking apart. He was going like feral. There's some mutation. His mutation had accelerated or something. I don't know what was going on, but he had like lost his nose. Ridiculous. It was something that they absolutely should have tried to explain everything before, like on the comic book page, every time he shows up like that. Because he looked like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles character. He had like this bandana like over his face or something. It might have been like reminded me of some dumb like Raphael disguise. Like, I'm trying to look tough. Look at me, I got a blue hood. But like no nose, his face never nose. And then his hands and feet started getting like monstrous. And some of the artwork just got real weird. I can't tell if they're just what they're doing. Nobody seems to be acknowledging it. Hey, Wolverine. Like, oh no, that's what was weird about it. They kept saying, like, he's been spending a lot of time outdoors. And Wolverine's like, yeah, it's that animal nature inside. It's like, yeah, but look at him. He's like, he's physically changing. Why is nobody saying anything about that? Yeah, okay, the beast inside. Yeah, but that's like a metaphor. He didn't soul bond with a Wolverine to find out. Well, no, he did soul bond with some wolves, which is not the same thing as Wolverine. Apparently people make this mistake. But a Wolverine is not not a wolf. Right? I'm gonna make this up. We're gonna look up Wolverine. And it's like a cat thing. It's like they're like a badger, like a honey badger kind of thing. No, not you. Ah, that's awesome. That, that's, Frank. Is this the statue? Yeah, I bet we see it all. I bet we get a brown suit Wolverine in there. I bet like this movie's gonna have it all. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm ruining it. I'm spoiling it. Oh god, spoilers. Get me out of here. Oh god. Don't hate me. Trying not to. That looks awesome. This is a great. What's the guy's name? He did all the Supermans. He does the realistic. I think they're watercolor. Okie dokie, back to it. Let's see here. This is where I got stopped. Shows the playback time in minutes and seconds. You can set this with minutes, seconds, number of frames. Shoot, no, don't do that. Oh, that's awful. Fine, okay. What is C minus plus scenes plus snapshots? Stories plus scenes plus shots. Story name, number of stories, scenes and shots. Oh, fine. Okay, time to use the solution. 0.0001. Story. One scene, one shot. I don't know. How many shots? Let's do like, I don't know. Okay, we've done it, folks. We've created our file. This must be from a different version. This is not matching up to what I'm seeing. Debut and Pro versions have an upper limit of 24 frames. That's fine. Clip Studio Paint EX does not have this frame limit. If you create animations with only 24 frames, you are limited as follows. By using 8 frames per second, you can create animations. Wait. Okay. By using 8 frames per second, you can create animations with a playback time of 3 seconds. The animation will not be smooth. By using 24 frames per second, the playback time will only be 1 second longer. The animation will be smooth. Okay, I knew that. That's simple, basic animation. Using the timeline palette, selecting OK under the new dialog box will create a new canvas for animation. You will need to use the timeline palette to create animations. If the palette is not displayed, select the window menu and choose timeline. Okay, let's see what that looks like. My timeline, my timeline. Yep, that's it. Okay. For smartphone users, oh my gosh. Can you imagine doing this with a smartphone? Oh my gosh. People are crazy. Okay, interface. I'm going to click on that. Compatible with Fix for the face for interface. Face customers. We need to just set like an internet standard, like a store window. Like, here's your internet web page. Don't violate any of this shit. Vertical hierarchy. This is the structure of the timeline. Vertical hierarchy. So these are the tracks, layers in the layer palette, and layer folders will be displayed as tracks in the same hierarchy as the layer palette. So these are the tracks. They're in the same hierarchy as the layer. Where is the layer? Layer. Oh, layer over here. Yeah, duh. Okay, so say that again. Layers in the layer palette and layer folders will be displayed as what? Tracks in the same hierarchy as the layer palette. Okay, so over here in timeline, let's look at this. Right now we've got this one, and this one, and this one. So they're all in the same order. Top, middle, bottom. Perfect. You can change, and what I was talking about there, in case that wasn't obvious, is right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was obvious. Let's turn the colors on the screen. Oopsie. You can change the start frame and end frame by dragging the blue rectangle. Clicking the frame number will select the frame. Note, zooming in means zooming out of the timeline. By clicking the timeline palette's zoom in or zoom out, you can scale the number of frames displayed in the timeline palette. The actual playback time will not change. Scale the number of frames displayed in the timeline palette. Okay. I can just zoom in and zoom out. So my mouse button doesn't work. How do I do this? Actually, I have buttons for zoom in and zoom out. Okay. You can always zoom in and out. This is, I believe, 1 second. Yep. Okay, so we're starting at 1. This is first frame. Then we have second frame, third frame, all the way up to 24 frames. Okay. Perfect. And right now we have 3 layers. Nihongo de. Chotto. Taipei. I want to do a Japanese. I guess they don't like streaming over there. That's a copyright thing or something. And maybe they don't. It's a waste of time. It's probably it. Probably just culturally, collectively agreed. No, no. The person making the product is wasting their time, and the person watching the product is wasting their time. Everyone is collectively agreeing to waste their time. Also, make sure you stop by and join my Patreon so that you can be part of this fun adventure we're having here tonight. Be the first Patreon subscriber. Whoever does that is going to be like, I don't know, like tattoo something, sometime. And I'll think of you. Clicking the frame number will select the frame. Frame number. Okay. Zooming in and zooming out of the timeline. We did that. Okay. Clip. Clips are the unit of content in an animation track. By editing the start frame and end frame, you can set the frames that would be shown on playback. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Clicking the bar at the top will select the entire clip, turning it blue. Dragging this will move the entire clip horizontally. You can drag the rectangles on the you can drag the rectangles on the edge of the start frame and end frame to change the length of the clip. So, coming back here, that's going to be the blue ones. Clicking the bar on the top will select the entire clip, turning it blue. Turning the chicken cord on blue. Okay, I'm just going to click around. What in the hell are they trying to get me to do? Move the entire clip horizontally. Clicking the bar at the top will select the entire clip. Wait, what now? Oh, where are we talking about this one? Yeah, okay. At the top. Okay, so that's a grab and a bar.
Okay, I see. So it's like grabbing a bar. I should be able to then select all three of these, right? And then move. Whoop. How do I move all of them? Oh, I guess I can just do one at a time. They're just really zoomed in. Okay. You can drag the rectangle on the edge of the stop frame. And it's ready to change the length of the clip. My beautiful singing voice makes you sick. You can drag the rectangles on the edge to change the length of the clip. Reef. So that's not sliding it, that's just moving me. Okay. Shmee. Okay, so that clip just got shorter. Okay. Understood. Bingo. Okay. Metal Slug. Metal Slug is the name of the game. This sound effect is from the Metal Slug series.
Okay.
It's a sound effect or a comedic. It's not like a gun nut thing. Don't worry. Okay, what are we going to... Got it. Animation folder and animation cells. The animation file that you made in the new dialog box contains one animation folder containing one animation cell. Does it? Oh, wait, the new dialog box. Animation cell. I didn't do that. Boop, boo. Boop, boo. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I love rulers. Oh. I love guides and rulers. goodness, what is happening here? I simply cannot find. Show vector path. That's cool. Grid, ruler, grid, object, scroll, print size, fit to navigator. Fit to screen. Rotate flip. Well, that's really neat. That's really cool. I could actually flip the canvas and then hold it like sideways. Oh, but I mean, that's just, there's other ways to do that too. Sorry, don't get distracted. What am I looking for? Animation file, what was this? Playback time, sorry, I was spacing out. Timeline palette, window, timeline. The timeline palette and layer palette are linked, but they display different things. The structure of the timeline palette, it's a vertical hierarchy. Layers in the layer palette and the layers of horizontal hierarchy. Each frame on the timeline will be displayed 1 to 24. When the animation is played, the leftmost, the start frame, will be shown first, and the rightmost will be shown last. You can change the start frame and end frame by dragging the blue rectangle. So this is the start frame and the end frame. I could have it start up here. That's so simple. Okay, great. No, I'm going to have it start back here. I'm going to have it start at 1. And the end frame. So right now, since we're not going crazy, we're just doing a basic. 1 second would be 24, so 12 is half a second. Which means 6 is a quarter of a second. So I'll just do something for a quarter of a second. That'll give you 4 quarters of a second. It'll be some kind of action. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four frames. Boom, done. So now I can go play League of Legends. This is all set up. Let me save this. Now I've got a goal. I know what I'm working on. I'm going to do, well, technically 6 frames in 4 chunks. 6 frames. So the first will be like, oh, I got an idea. I've already got a couple ideas. This is going to be so much fun. This is going to be great. I love this. I could do one background, just a simple kind of sketch background, and then animate on top. I've got the perfect one. I've got one of a map I did for a D&D game once. Oh, it was so neat. What was happening? I think it's where they went up to the top of the mountain, Mount Gaki in Barovia, and they met this ancient wizard named Dex Doranir, who had like cloned himself and kept himself alive through like weird golems and simulacrum and some other kind of magic that allows him to time travel or something apparently. And he'd been up on this mountain for like eons and started to lose his mind. And I made a map for this, and I never finished it, but I'd love to drop it in and color it and animate just like a little story on top of it. I think it would be so much fun. And it's 2:20. It's so late. I have to go to sleep. No more League of Legends. No more staying up super late. I really need to. Well, to be honest, I really want to start this animation, and I'm probably going to start it tonight. I'm just play with it. I'll play with it. I won't do much. Won't do much. But thank you. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. It really means a ton. I mean, right now, like day to day, the only thing I look at are just these numbers. It's like, does anybody subscribe? Did anybody like the video? Did I get any views? So I'm going to be going back and I'm going to be re-editing this and making a little instructor video on just some things or something. I don't know, maybe. And then I'll put it up as like a YouTube short. So thank you. Please, help me make it. As a struggling artist right now, AI is coming to get us. Please help out. We really appreciate it. Love you so much. Have a great night. And, well,